GNT Show is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised. These are the voyages of the GNT Show. Our continuing mission to explore Star Trek storytelling, to seek out new worlds and interesting characters, to Bowega, where no show has gone before. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the long little break, but Alan and I were deciding whether or not to do lunch or cocktails, and you can pretty much guess which one won. So we...
Cocktails.
Cocktails.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
In our streaming, the chat room,
Yes.
there's a little button on the bottom left that if you click it, it doesn't scroll. If you click it, it does scroll.
The pin.
Yes.
Okay.
It keeps changing. I keep hitting it so that it scrolls, and then like if I go check Facebook or Twitter, when I come back, it has gone back to being pinned, to not scroll.
Interesting. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out. It's a new chat room, so
Yeah.
well, please bear with us. We're still working out bugs, apparently.
And do we have a total?
Our total so far. Can I get a drum roll? Surprise, Steve.
I love it.
This is awesome.
We're like a real show.
We have accumulated so far $200.
Woohoo!
We are 1/10 of the way there.
That's awesome.
So, yay. What should our price... Thank you. We can't do it without you guys. Our prize for this hour. Let's see. Should we go with a book set featuring our guests,
I think we
Yeah.
should.
Dayton Ward?
I think we should.
So, let's see. We can either go with
I
The
say
Fall
Seekers, baby.
or Seekers. Seekers it is.
Seekers.
Sneakers. Sorry.
So the person
Robert
who...
Redford was in that, wasn't he?
There you go.
So the largest donation.
How much
That's
you
like
had
the
already?
fattest listener.
That'll be me then.
So the largest donation we get during this next hour will receive the full set of Star Trek Seekers, volumes 1 through 4.
Yep. And as always, anything $100 or more, Nick will
Nick does a
automatically
shot.
take a shot. So,
Sweet. Dayton,
hi, Dayton.
I didn't.
Well, hello.
welcome.
I was like waiting on hold.
I
Like,
know,
talking to my
sorry.
insurance company. Please stay on the line. Your call is very important to us. We want to suck all the money out of your
You
wallet.
know,
and
Kevin
your
wouldn't
soul.
bitch like this if he was here.
Oh, Kevin was the smart one. He didn't answer the phone when you guys called. So how's it going?
Oh my God, welcome back, you handsome
It's been
devil.
a while. Yes,
Yes,
So,
it has.
So I'm going to start off with sports, and it's just right off the bat. So tell me, how crazy is Kansas City right now?
they are about to explode. I mean, you know, it's.
Oh, I
it's-
missed it. Did the Mets lose last night?
No,
the
they
Mets
won.
got
Oh.
back a little bit of vengeance. They thumped them pretty good. They thumped the Royals pretty good. It was like 9-3, I think, was the final score. They lit them up pretty well. So
Aye.
It's going to be a good series. I would
Yeah.
not be surprised if it goes to 7.
I don't know if it'll go to 7, but I mean, these are two really good ball teams, so it's fun to watch.
It has been fun to watch. It really has.
I was never a big baseball fan as a kid. My dad is a huge baseball fan. He tried to get me into it, but I was always more of a football guy.
Yeah.
And it's only been in recent years that I started paying attention to more baseball, like minor league ball. And the last couple of years obviously has helped because the Royals haven't sucked for the first time since I've lived here. And so, you know, but I've come to appreciate the strategy that really does go into baseball when you're playing defense and things, and the decisions they make as far as, you know, the way Ned Yost makes these guys bat instead of trying to hit for the fences every ball, it's all strategic about just moving guys around the plate, moving around the field. It's really fun to watch because it works, man.
I was gonna say, how many inside the park home runs have you seen in a World Series?
Not very
Well-
many, but I mean, it's just all about singles and doubles and RBIs. That's all you have to do.
Get him on base. Get him on base.
From
Get 'em on base
96
and
to
keep 'em moving.
2000, when the Yankees won 4 World Series in a row, that's what they were doing. Played small ball,
Yeah,
not
you play
power
small ball, man. It's almost like playing football when you continually push the run, push the
Right.
run, push the
Right.
run.
Mhm.
You just
Right.
keep grinding and grinding and grinding. You wear them down eventually.
Yep.
And you wear down that pitcher. I mean, you make that pitcher throw each batter 9 or 10 pitches. That shit adds up.
And that's what
You know?
exactly. That's what they got away from doing because
Yep.
those Yankee guys would have pitchers out by the 5th inning
Yep.
back in the late 90s. And
Yep.
somewhere along the line, they decided, well, fans want to see home runs. No, I want to see a good game.
I want to see a good game, well played, and I love the strategy.
Yeah.
I've learned more about baseball in the last 2 years watching Ned Yost manage the Royals
Mm-hmm.
than I have my entire adult life.
Now,
So,
I will say this date. Only the Buccaneers could be ahead.
I'm so sorry.
24-0.
it takes a special kind of talent to squirrel away a 24-point lead.
You're talking to a Niners fan. I understand.
You have to understand. I've been with the Buccaneers since the day they announced that Tampa was getting a team. So I have seen this so many times over the years. It's like I don't count it until people are on their way home and they've shut off the lights and closed all the gates and everything. That's when I count a win for the Bucs because it just doesn't seem real.
But you do have something that Lions fans
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of fans can't say. There is a ring.
There's a ring, but I mean, my God, my kids weren't even born yet when they won that ring.
This is a very good drink. I have a feeling I'm going to be the one under the table tomorrow.
I can't wait to call you guys back in about 8 hours. This ought to be interesting.
This is yummy.
Well, I'm
I
sure
love
we didn't.
flavored vodka. I'm just telling you. Yum.
I like my sweet tea vodka. That's as far afield as I go. So,
Oh, God. Clementine vodka. It's my new thing.
Clementine. All right, make sure without pictures, this is useless. So hopefully
I
Alan
can
is
do
covering those bases.
No, I can do that. If you're in the chat room, shit.
What happens on YouTube stays on YouTube.
Take photo.
Alrighty then.
Allow. There we go. Take photo. Upload. There we go. In the chat room.
She's already giggling.
Yeah.
There.
It's 2:00 in the afternoon. And wait a minute. It's 2:00 where I'm at, which means it's what?
It's
12:30
1:20 where I'm at.
Oh, it's
It's
1:20.
1:20.
Okay, you're only an hour behind it. Now
Only
I
an hour.
forget. Do you live where they don't deal with daylight savings, or you do?
I do.
Okay.
So it's Arizona that's whack.
So everybody gets an extra hour on the show tonight. Way to plan that ahead.
I don't.
It's a temporal
Daylight
anomaly.
savings ended in the UK last week.
Yeah.
If we're
Yeah.
going to do it, we're going to brag it.
Broadcasting live from the Typhon Expanse is the G&T show.
Well, we have to. It's like once we realized how we kind of fucked that up, we just realized, we could just turn it into a 3-hour.
You might as well go one more because you shouldn't stop on an odd number. That's bad luck. So
Is it?
yeah, I just totally made that shit up.
It's all
I totally
OCD.
made that up right this second. Yeah, go with that.
That's just par for our course anyway. So
You should go to 30 for good luck. Yeah, sure. See, I just made that shit up.
whatever. Okay, great, fine.
I'm gonna have to rent the room for another day.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Mike is in a hotel room.
Yeah, and I stepped outside just a moment ago and closed the door, and I went, "Oh crap!"
Oops.
Then I
Is
checked
this
my
like-
pocket. and I was like, "Oh, good! I kept one copy of the key in my pocket."
So is this
Well,
like pirate
people
radio or something?
People rent hotel rooms, to sleep, to fuck, to
Cook
do
meth.
drugs. Mike
Yeah.
does it for a G&T show
Yeah.
marathon.
Broadcasting live from the Bates Motel. Mike Sedaris.
Yeah. I'm just like, what is it?
Housekeeping.
At least cook meth or something while you're there. Make it worthwhile.
Well, it's the only way I could actually ensure a semblance of privacy for the entire run of
Yeah.
the show.
What you do now is tomorrow when you check out is you fix your bed. You roll up your bed sheets and your pillows to make it look like there's a body wrapped up and leave it on the bed when you walk out. For
The
for
last
maid
time
to find.
Janice and I went somewhere and checked out of a hotel, we're checking out, and they were like, "Was everything okay?" And I put my hand on the back of her head, and I go, "Told a nice lady everything went well."
Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
That is so wrong. That is so wrong.
She was like, yeah, everything was great. That's good. That's really good.
Well, we do have to say happy book birthday, Dayton. Congrats on Book Seekers number 4.
Thank you.
I am glad that I found it, and thank you for letting me rant. I was just being a bitch. The other day. I'm better now.
It was just Wednesday.
Oh,
What were you bitching about?
Oh, well, you know her.
Oh, I was just bitching about it.
Like she needs a reason.
That's true.
I just like
Tell
the
me
way
about
Alan
it.
just goes, you know her.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Alan even piped in on that one. Oh my God.
What did he say?
He said, "Tell me about it."
Tell me about it. Come on.
No, I was complaining about the fact that I had gone to Barnes and Noble, and I was first and foremost, I was a little disappointed with the lack of Star Trek representation on the shelf. There was one shelf.
I prefer to think of it as they already bought all the other copies.
I would hope so.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
They didn't have a copy of Terry and Paula's costumes book. They had one in another store, which of course was 40 more miles away.
Right. Well, you have to figure that for that book, I don't know what the print run is on that book, but I'm going to take a guess that it's less than 10,000 copies.
It might be.
You're talking about a small publisher, Inside Edition. So you're talking about maybe 1, maybe 2 per store if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. They did have the pop-up book though, which I was excited about and thought, oh great, I'll pick up a couple of these for prizes for today's show. And so I picked up 2 copies of the pop-up book, and I also picked up 2 of the boxes, these beautiful boxes of the Ships of the Line posters. And I put those in the box, in my cart. And I picked up the Seekers, and I picked up the Fall. They had all of those, which was wonderful. Now, mind you, I have already wiped out more than half of the shelf. And then they had a couple of odds and ends of books that, like, they actually had one of the Time 2 books sitting there. Just one of them.
Wow.
Seriously, it was kind of wild. I was like, wow. Okay, that's kind of cool, except for the fact that there's like 9 in the series, and I don't want to give away, like,
it's like really
volume
random.
number 6. But so there were some odds and ends. But I had taken all these books, and a wonderful salesperson comes over and says, oh my God, this is really great. Here, I'll take all of this stuff up front for you. So she takes the load off of my hands and brings it all up front for me. And as I continue to shop, because there was a couple of other little pieces, I actually went through the calendar, and there's these calendars, right? So I pick up the Star Trek TOS calendars, a couple of wall calendars, a couple of daily calendars, and then I go up to the register and I say, I have a big stack of stuff waiting up here. Now, all three people at the register were so sweet. And as they ring me up, we're starting to talk about Star Trek and how one of them really wants to go to Vegas, and they were all very fun. Unfortunately, they forgot to ring me up on half of what I brought up.
Oh.
So the posters and the pop-up books and the one other book, they completely failed to ring up or put into my bags, either one. At least they didn't charge me for things they didn't put into the bags.
You know, I am going to just go
then I
start
drove
hanging.
all the way home, and that's a long drive. So because I don't live in Albuquerque, so it was kind of disappointing, and to get all the way home and then find out half of what I had wanted to purchase was not.
But you just gave me a great idea. I am
What?
going to go hang out at bookstores and go, oh, here, let me take this up to the register so it'll be there, then buy it and leave.
Fake name tag.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I came home and I, although disappointed, I just went to Amazon and picked it up.
Right on.
There you go.
We do have another donation.
Yay.
Big shout out to Woody Valley for
Woodrow!
donation.
Thank you.
It was not enough for another shot yet, so
But that's okay.
Is it music worthy?
But it's a good enough.
Steve!
So far, it's good enough to get the Seeker series. That's pretty awesome. So
How about Steve? Do you have a cash register sound so that when somebody donates, we can ching-ching?
nice.
Or just
He's
the
looking
start of
for it,
Pink
you know
Floyd's
that.
money.
But I want to talk to, that's what I was bitching about. And Dayton was my sounding board, and I thank him for letting me vent.
You know, he already has a wife. He really doesn't need that.
I know. That's why I love him so much more.
It's like It's like changing your grip on your tennis racket. I'm grabbing a little bit with your left hand now. Now I go back to my right hand. Okay, now I'm back to my left hand. Whatever. So I quit
that's my
listening
wife
like
you're
halfway
talking
through the
about.
third one. Anyway, so.
Meanwhile, during
In
the
fact,
day,
what was she
Dayton and I are
talking about? I
trading
didn't even catch all that. So.
during the day, Dayton and I are trading the most offensive memes we can find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a couple of them. You know, I have to be really careful with my iPad at work.
I know it's a good day when Dayton goes, "No, dude, not good." That's what I find.
When you find something that
When you
actually
finally
offends
hit
me.
that line, and even I will go, dude. You know.
I
They
thought the dishwasher broken one was funny.
I said, dude.
Yeah, dude. No, it wasn't funny. I saw that one and I thought it was repulsive, but yeah, that's just.
Couple snorts there.
That wasn't even.
We've
It's
achieved
so
snorting.
foul that it's funny.
So Dayton, tell me how you're working on. Okay, first and foremost, Seekers has been really awesome. I'm only on book 3 though. I haven't gotten to 4. I'm still in the middle.
I'm on book 3, but I'm over halfway.
Are you? Are you really?
Yeah, I've been doing a whole lot of reading this week.
Bastard! How did you get the
Still
time?
ahead of me.
I've been upgrading computers to Windows 10.
That explains
a
a
lot
lot.
of downtime there. Waiting for shit to finish.
Bastard! I'm jealous. So, I know there's no current plans for another book after 4, but please tell me there's always hope.
Well, I mean, there's nothing on the schedule for next year because the
Of the
2016 schedule is already locked, and the 50th anniversary is taking up a lot of shots, and all the other series have to be cared and fed for and all that kind of stuff. The earliest that we'll have it would be, and then of course Dave is also working on his fantasy trilogy for Tor, and that's taking up a lot of his waking hours.
Oh, yeah.
And he would be the next one in line to write a Seekers book anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean, if we held to the pattern,
Right.
nothing says we can't hold to the pattern, but I think all 3 of us are probably anal enough that we want to do that.
Yeah.
You're even. He's odd.
So we'll probably wait. I would imagine if there's going to be a Seekers in 2017, we'll talk about it in the spring next year when we talk to Margaret at the earliest, and then because she'll start figuring out. And
I would love to have her on the show. You know that?
What, Margaret?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just you had her on the show before, so
I don't think we did we?
No.
I'm pretty sure y'all have had her on the show before.
No, we've not had her, and we had Marco, but that's only because Janice interviewed him at Shortly.
Yeah, she stalked him at Shortly.
Oh, you know what? Maybe she was on another. All you
I think she
podcasts
was
sound
on
like
another podcast. That's okay.
There are no other
okay.
podcasts.
I can ask her if she's interested. I'm sure she'd do it because she does it for other podcasts. So she'd love to come on and pimp the line. But I mean, I know that the 2017 schedule is already starting to firm up in place, at least in places. So
wow.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they typically work about 18 months out.
Right.
Is at least in the broad strokes. I mean, it could be just as simple as a sheet of paper with 12 lines. Dayton, TNG, Christopher, Enterprise. It could just be that high level, and then she'll move the pieces around to balance out the year, depending on what we did last year, and for the case of 2016, all the emphasis on the 50th anniversary and all that other kind of stuff. So I just know that I'll have 2 TNG books in 2017. So.
Hot damn. Sweet.
I mean, I've got the one, and then I've already contracted for, and then supposedly another contract's on the way. So I don't know. All I know is it's next gen, and that could change. That could change. She could change her mind. It's no idea.
Well, I have to say it, and I'll say it again, is that I love the way you write Picard. I do. Yeah, and I mean that. I mean the last book, Armageddon Zero, was so good. Was so good, and I really do mean that. I appreciate authors who know how to write the characters as if the actors, it's just like I have the TV show playing in my head, so I have the actors' voices in my head. You've nailed their characters with comfort. There's a comfort level to having read them, and you know how picky I am. I mean, we don't have to say it over again, but for everything that Picard has gone through, I find the way that you write his character soothing enough for me to get over what I didn't like about that, and a believable, and in a believable way.
You put a salve on her wound.
It is a salve on my wound. It works well, and
Well,
I
I mean,
have
I just my view on him is that he's. I mean, the guy's been through some shit.
no shit. Yeah.
And so if we're taking all that into account, and and plus being a dad mellows you out at least in some degrees. In other degrees, it makes you even more of a raging asshole. But in other ways, it mellows you out.
Yeah, but you're so lucky. You got daughters saying, "Daddy, can we watch $6 Million Man?"
Yeah. No shit.
Well, I mean, but I mean, just like last night, we had to have an object lesson instilled because they weren't listening and they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, so they did not get to go to a party at a friend's house last night.
Oh.
Now, what are
And
their
so-
ages again?
9 and 7.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
And so I had to put the foot down and say, look, we're not going. So Mom went to the party and Dad stayed home with the 2 sulking girls.
Just so you know, mine is 12 going on 27.
Mine's 9 going on 27. So
And it only gets worse. It only gets worse.
yeah.
And the worst part is she's got my sense of humor.
Oh God.
Yeah. So
God.
I called because the report cards came last week. So I called and talking to her and I said, how'd your report card do? Because she's already informed the ex and I that she wants to go to Columbia Law School. She's 12. Her fallback is Harvard.
Her fallback is Harvard. I love her.
Well,
And then her third choice is Syracuse. But that's
so
because Syracuse is where my ex is from, and she's my daughter is a huge Syracuse basketball fan, which I don't.
So she likes the okay. So
yeah.
My takeaway from this is that you need to start recycling cans and bottles and
I can
probably need to
I can transfer my GI Bill.
Yeah.
So I asked her how her report card went, and she goes, "Well, I got 5 A's and a C." I said, "What happened with the C?" "I'm not happy." "Well, what was it in?" "Civics." "Civics? No, physics." "Physics? No, civics." "Okay, what was it in?" She goes, "No, I'm just kidding. I got all A's and an A minus, and I'm not happy about the A minus."
Yeah, she's gonna be a handful.
She's jerking you around. I love her.
And then she says, "Did you see Minions yet?" Because she loves the Minions.
Mm-hmm.
I said no, and this is exactly how it went. "Daddy, did you see Minions yet?" "No, sweetie, I haven't had a chance." "Daddy, you need to get on this because I'm not telling you again." Was that Alan?
Yes.
I love it. Your daughter's trolling you completely.
She is.
Real quick, I'm pleased to announce that we got another donation.
Yay!
This one was for $20 in British pounds. So big shout out to Mark. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marky.
Thank
And
you.
Beth still loves Scotsman. I'm just saying. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. So it was from our buddy Mark?
Mark?
Yes, Marky Mark.
Oh, we got to get him in here just for the accent.
He will be with
He'll
Pricey
be
One
joining us
later.
later. Yes.
Okay.
He's
And then
going to join
Steve,
us.
you can leave when he comes in because we've got a cool accent then.
Ooh.
Well,
Dayton.
I think it's when I see Dayton's posts about the girls and the fact that they love $6 Million Man and the fact that you guys still watch
Yeah,
it.
that is totally awesome.
We don't watch it like we used to, but every once in a while they still get a bird to watch it.
How are the martial arts coming?
Well, we're actually taking a break from that.
Okay.
They decided that they were. I mean, I had seen it, but I had to wait. I waited for them to actually say it. They're getting bored of it. I mean, it's every Tuesday, every Thursday, for as long as they can remember, or every a couple nights a week for as long as they can remember. And they're at that point in their training where they've got they're both second degree black belts.
Holy crap!
Wow.
And so now you don't get it's not like the little kids who get a different color belt
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they have to be a minimum of 2 years at that level before they can even begin to test to receive the third degree. And I mean, it's just minimum, that's not a guarantee that they'll be ready. It's still based on they got to know their forms and they got to do all this other stuff and they got to basically convince the teacher that they're ready to advance. And I'm like, they got their whole frapping life to do that.
No kidding.
They want to do other stuff. They want to do gymnastics.
them.
They want to play soccer, and a lot of that stuff conflicts. So well, let's just take a break for a couple of cycles, and then we'll rotate them back in after like the first of the year or after the spring, and I'll take them back again. But
That's awesome.
I am totally glad to hear that their superhero training is going so well.
Yeah, but I mean, once they promote again, I mean, even if they promote, like if Addie promotes in 2 years' time, because she's been a black belt she's been a secondary for about 6 months, so then maybe it's closer to a year now. Hell, I don't know what day is today. But even if she promotes next year or the year after, she'll be 11, and she can't promote again until she turns 18.
Oh my God!
Because
Wow.
the rules won't let you be a 4th degree black belt unless you're at least 18. So what's there to? How do you keep a kid motivated when there's not a payoff every so often?
Right.
That's like the worst gaming leveling up that there is.
Yeah, I mean, they can compete in tournaments and things like that, but they can't advance anymore in their school, and so it'd just be a case of they practice every week and they do their
What's
stuff.
the rationale behind having to wait so long?
I don't know. It's even their school
To be
instructor
honest
doesn't
with
agree
you,
with it.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm shocked that they're so young. They'd be second.
I was going to say, on the other hand, a 9-year-old second-degree black belt's a pretty rare thing.
Pretty rare thing.
There might be 5 in the entire state.
They don't want people ripping out other people's throats until they're at least 18.
But it's not about that. See,
it's really not about that, and that's why I'm like, I'm so impressed with how well they've done at such a young age.
But the thing about martial arts is the color belts when you're young, particularly Taekwondo, the belts are more about, the little things that kids get reinforced at that age about discipline and focus and sticking to it and not quitting and all these kinds of things. It's really when you tie on the black belt that the training really starts. So it's like, okay, they get the black belt, but now it's like being a Jedi apprentice. Now the training starts for real.
So is it like all form?
Now you start learning Now you start learning how to put power behind the moves and how to grapple and all these other things that they teach. I mean, they were taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu too. So the first date when that guy does something wrong, like the jokes about having to date my daughter, I don't have to say or do shit. I just have to sit back and have popcorn ready.
Your daughter is going to be Black Canary.
Well, I mean, their instructor's pretty practical about martial arts. Like Taekwondo is nice, but it's not good in a street fight. And I'm like, well, no kidding. We all know that. So he's teaching them how to street fight. In addition to the form and the discipline that goes into an actual martial art, he's also teaching them more practical, realistic ways of protecting yourself. And that includes grappling and wrestling and breaking holds and all these other stuff. So, I mean, by the time she's 15 or 16, I'm just going to sit back and watch because it's like that poor kid who decides to fuck with her.
Ronda Rousey better watch her back.
Yeah, I can't wait for that first phone call from school. Well, Mr. your husband or your daughter ninja'd some kid on the playground. I'm like,
what did he do?
Yeah, really,
what did he do exactly?
Well, he had to when he walked in for the playground. I said, first of all, if he walked in, he's already ahead. He should quit because and I'm going to have a stern talk with my daughter because apparently she fucked up and pulled a punch.
And pulled a punch.
She's not trying hard enough.
Not trying hard enough. Yeah, exactly.
Hello. Is this the TNA show?
Hello. How you doing?
There it is.
Is this the man? Is this my doppelganger?
Yes.
Well, hello, sir.
Hello.
Oh my God, is that Nick?
I'm sorry to interrupt the
No, you're not.
street fighting 9-year-old girl
so that you could
You can talk to Dayton on top of it. Oh my gosh, Nick Taco. It's Dayton Nick from Star Trek Online, one of our friend developers, is going to join us, and we invited him to hop in with us at any time. So hi, honey.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Sorry, you guys can keep talking. I just wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Now, Dayton.
Welcome.
July 2017. How ready are you for War of the Planet of the Apes?
Well, I mean, assuming I'm still alive, I'll be there.
No, you will.
So, I don't even know what I'm having for dinner.
You're like herpes. You won't go away.
Isn't there a couple more, Armageddon days coming up between now and then?
I was going to say, we have at least 6 or 7 raptures we have to survive.
I still haven't seen the effects of Jade Helm. When's that coming down?
Nice.
There you go.
Nice play.
Yeah, I mean, we got raptures to deal with. I'm sure there's a couple of asteroids coming. Justin Bieber's got a concert. I mean, fuck, the world is coming out. So
that is an asteroid.
If we get past all that, then I'll go see the Apes movie. But yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't Justin Bieber have to stay out at his concert?
Yeah, really. I mean, it's like I did not buy tickets for The Force Awakens. I'm like, fucking movie will be out more than one day, people. I'll wait.
Same here. Same here. Although it's going to be $1 billion opening. It's going to be $1 billion opening. I haven't purchased my ticket.
It's like Black Friday. There's no way I'm going near a movie theater on December 17th.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By the way, I paid $1.89 for gas on the way up here.
There you go. And I mean, the funniest story that I'm reading.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Speaking
Is that
of rapture,
bad?
No. Speaking of the rapture,
that's cheap.
It's the end of days.
Yeah. But my favorite story that's Star Wars related right now is all the 40-something guys who are pissing and moaning because they can't wear their costumes to the theater or something on open night.
Yeah.
Wait, we can't?
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, you can, but they want you to take off any masks or helmets, and you
No
can't have
full
any
face.
any
No
weapons.
blasters.
No
And
weapons.
everybody-
Yeah, no
of course.
blasters. No blasters.
One segment, yeah, really, no blasters. One segment is complaining that it's PC gun free zone run amok or whatever. And my take on it is if you friggin' idiots could just leave that shit in your pocket for 2 hours and let us watch the movie, it'd be okay. But we know you can't. You're gonna fuck with it. You're gonna light up your lightsabers all during the movie.
I was
If
going
I'm
to say,
gonna
they're the
pay
same people that are
$15 for a
texting
ticket,
during the movie.
That's right.
What's that?
They're the same
What's that?
people that text during the movie.
Exactly. It's the
exactly.
same crap. And I'm like, if we could all just behave during the movie, we wouldn't have to have rules like this. But because you guys are dumbasses, there you go. You've ruined it for everybody.
I'm sorry. Were you guys saying something? I was Instagramming. What did you say?
I had somebody
Was
kicked
it
out
your
of
lunch?
Age of Ultron because they were 3 rows in front of me and texting the entire time
Oh.
during the previews. And I went and got the usher and I said, I'm not paying. I paid for this and I've been waiting for this and I'm not fucking putting up with this. And they asked him to put his phone away. He said no, some 16-year-old piece of shit. And they said, well, come with us then.
They didn't flip him out of the desk and drag him across the floor. They just escorted him out.
They just escorted him out.
We're talking about
But it
movie
was cool
theater
'cause
ushers here, Dayton.
He was in the middle. He was in the middle of his row, so he had to do the.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Yeah, I was calling it the excuse me of shame.
But did he go ass or nuts?
No.
Nuts, ass.
Oh, he went ass. Yeah, he went ass.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. No, I think that as you can imagine, from Denver all the way south to Albuquerque, there's a group of people who are like, yeah, you don't fucking need masks. After
Well, that's why.
yeah,
that's why I like the Alamo. The Alamo Draft House doesn't put up with that shit at all. I mean,
yeah.
You got a phone.
I wish we had one.
They'll toss your ass right out. They won't even give you the warning or the talk to or the. They'll give you one warning and then that's it. They'll drag your ass right out of there. I'm like, yes.
As far as
To
the
applaud
texting
for the
or the cell phone thing.
If you're texting or talking during the movie, I mean, they put a big PSA up in front of the movie before it screens that this is now a no talking zone, which is Alamo polite for shut the fuck up.
I love it.
They even run a PSA. They used to. I don't know if they still do it, but they run a PSA occasionally that actually uses a voicemail left by an irate customer who got thrown out of the movie theater for using her phone.
I remember hearing that.
Funniest thing ever. All I'm trying to use is use my fucking phone to find my phone, and they'll run that thing off. I love them.
Your daughter's first job is going to be a bouncer at the Alamo Draft House.
That's cool. She's going to be at the Double Deuce, man. She's going to be the new Dalton. Be nice until it's time to not be nice. So.
15 minutes left to donate for a chance to win Star Trek Seekers Volumes 1 through 4.
And
there are two donations that have already been made, so it's a close
awesome.
run.
I really should donate. I really want to read those books one day.
And we do just need to do a real quick shout out to Johnny Snowball, who just joined us in the chat room. Johnny, thank you once again for donating. Seriously. Johnny was the wonderful person who donated the Star Trek Las Vegas
Do you know about this gift? This
What's
prize?
that now? I'm sorry.
He donated the
I was
most amazing
Instagramming,
gift.
Oh.
We have a commander level ticket, so that's for the Star Trek Las Vegas convention. So
what's involved? What's included in a commander level ticket?
The parties,
and
the seats,
and the food, and the seat is pretty damn awesome. I
it's
think
row
it's like a
seat
front row
in
seat.
its section, but the section it's in is practically front row.
Brent Spiner blows you, I think, right?
It's a pint
yeah.
of blood
No,
from
that's only
somebody
Captain
who was on
Oh,
TOS.
that's Captain. Sorry.
Well, it ain't me.
I'm like, do the stories get any more original the closer you get to the stage, or is it the same stories that they tell?
It's the same story.
Okay, just checking.
You just
No.
get the.
I hate
But
to be
you
a
get a
cynic
closer
like that,
look
but
at
it's
Terry
like,
Farrell and
Yeah, you get to see more wrinkles.
I can pull up a high resolution. Yeah.
how dare you?
No, I mean, I don't. When I go to the conventions, I don't go to sit in the room.
No, but you gotta
I've
admit,
seen
this is
them
an
all. I've
awesome-
seen all
this
the.
is
I've
an
heard all the
awesome
stories.
prize,
But it is an awesome prize.
Oh, it's a great prize if you're paying to be there. Absolutely. Or if you're looking to pay to be there, yeah. If you're wanting to take it, that's. I mean, I'm sure that now. Does that include autographs or stuff, or is that part
It
of the
does
package?
include some autographs.
Okay,
yes.
well, then that to me would be the bigger part of the
And the
thing. Is
parties.
the access to the
And
parties.
parties.
Yeah, the party stuff and the autographs would be the bigger draw for me. But
yeah.
So if you want
And a hand
to
job
win,
from Terry.
Well, whatever.
If you want to win this prize, you at the end of our show, you be the highest donor, and the prize is yours. The tickets are yours.
And what's really amazing is that we're hoping that if you decide to donate a little bit now and then towards the end of the show you donate again, we'll actually add them together.
Yes.
We will do
Shocker.
math for you.
We can math.
We actually have a staff working on this.
Our crack staff will add those figures together and compile a total.
Carry the one.
Also being
We are
thrown
living
a
in the
Buck
future,
Mackay
people.
rookie card, people. That's right. The highest donor gets a Buck Mackay rookie card.
You do realize
Who?
Buck Mackay.
Pay attention, man.
I don't know who that is.
That's it. I'm gonna ask J.K. Woodward to do a Buck Mackay rookie card for us.
Yes. I've been wanting one for like ever.
That'd be pretty awesome.
All right. Okay, this drink is
you were
really, really
saying.
good, and I'm gonna be so fucked up.
It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, at least where I'm at. It's 3 o'clock in the
I've
afternoon.
had a
You're already
bowl
on
of
me?
Cheerios, dude.
Wow.
It's only 1 o'clock here.
It's 10 to 8 here.
It's 10 to 4.
Gentle
Well,
Is that morning or night?
It's Thursday
Night.
here.
night.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
And Greenland, it's 12:21.
And I've already been up 38 hours.
So Johnny Snowball donates a ticket, and yet he's never been. This is
I know,
going to
right?
be his first Star Trek Las Vegas.
How
And
much
by
does
the
it
way,
feel like I
Dayton,
thought?
the
Yeah.
snowball part of his name actually does refer to the snowball of urban phrasing.
Clerks.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if it did or not, but it already did in my head, so.
Yeah. I asked, and he said yes, and I recoiled and applauded at the same time.
Gosh.
Not
I might
often
break
you hear the
something.
word recoiled in a sentence. I'm just saying.
I'm a wordsmith. That's what
We
I
got
do.
vocabulary words here.
Oh, there's a good question. Dayton, do you guys ever have a bet between authors as to whether or not you can use a particular word in a book?
I did. Well, not between authors, but I had a guy on Twitter. I have to go back and look for it. I had a guy on Twitter dare me to have Mr. Spock use the word booger in a sentence. And
That's pretty good.
And so I wrote up the scene where they're doing some kind of scan thing, and it's for the book that's coming out next spring, where they have to go back to Earth, time travel or whatever.
That's awesome.
And there's a reference to a town in Arkansas called Booger Hollow, where there was a UFO sighting in the 70s. That was the context that I used the word in. And then I screen captured the text in the manuscript and pointed to it, and made a picture of me pointing to the manuscript. And here's your word, booger.
The book that you're referring to is the sequel to
It's
From
called
History
Elusive
Shadow?
Salvation. It's a History Shadow. It's the History Shadow sequel.
Yes.
Awesome. It'll be out in
All right.
April in all bookstores.
All right, Dayton, challenge extended. Turgid.
Oh, turgid, that's easy.
I was gonna say, what's the problem there?
Turgid's easy. That's not. Booger. It's not just the word. It's who has to use the word.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on then. Let me think about it.
Well, you think on that, but
Don't hurt yourself, Nick.
Don't hurt yourself. Really, I don't want to. I can smell the smoke already. But having a guy like Spock use the word booger,
That's,
all I can think of is Dr. Johnny Fever from WKRP.
What about a Revenge of the Nerds crossover?
Revenge of the Nerds crossover. Well, there's property. There's rights issues involved with that one. So anyway, but Booger Hollow, Arkansas is a real town. It's this little podunk town in the middle of nowhere, and it used to be a tourist attraction back in the '80s or whatever.
Okay, here you go.
He has to clear.
Sulu to use the phrase "purple helmeted love warrior." Thank you.
I'm so glad I'm wearing a Depends.
Have you been reading Terry's diary again?
No comment.
So anyway, yeah. So that's the closest thing. We tease each other every once in a while on how to screw with each other, but and I don't typically answer challenges like that from the social
General
media,
public.
but Booger was too good to pass up, and I think I may have been drinking at that point.
But the way in which you resolved the challenge was pretty damn amazing because it was so in line with character. Come on.
Well, yeah, we'll see. If the book doesn't suck, we'll see. So there's always that chance.
Now when I read it, I'm going to laugh my
Blame
ass
it on
off.
I'll blame it on the copy editor if nothing else. That was supposed to be Burger Hollow. So
I think Booger is like Goober's cousin or something, right?
yeah. But I mean, yeah, the
Steve,
copy
do you
editor
have a
missed
car
that one.
crash sound effect?
Looking for it.
Wasn't Booger like from Police Academy?
Booger, it's that thing you pull out of your nose when you're in your hotel room by yourself.
Boogers.
I can't believe how this conversation.
Well
It's
done.
that thing you flick at the cat at 3 a.m. You know?
Or you wipe on your
So
girl's
I've
head.
heard.
You wipe on her forehead.
There you
Okay,
go.
wait a minute. Tell me, did a baseball player actually pick his nose and eat it, or was
No,
that just
that was Kevin goofing around.
Kevin? Okay, thank you.
Kevin picked his nose and ate it. That's different. So, but I mean, yeah.
Well, I thought maybe it was just a Caddyshack reference. But
It was a Caddyshack reference.
Thank you. Okay, good. Oh, this drink is really good.
$5 says the Smails kid picks his nose and eats it.
Picks his nose and eats it. If you have,
I want a hamburger. I want a hot dog. You'll get nothing and like it.
Are you done now?
No.
No.
These are my favorite interviews where I actually don't have to do anything.
I know. Well,
Spalding, cut
seriously,
it out.
Dayton.
It's easy to grin when your ships come in and you've got
So-
the world at your feet. But the man who's worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts are too tight in the seat. Okay, Pookie, go ahead.
So, just for record, Terry's the one who is drinking, right?
I'm the one
Oh,
who's
I've
drinking.
done shots at every
Oh,
hamburger more.
okay.
Well, so far
Every
you've done
don't-
2.
Yes.
You've only done 2 shots and you're already like this?
Yeah, I know. Right?
Fucking lightweight.
I haven't slept either because I drove up here from Maryland.
Yeah, but I'm yeah, whatever. So Dayton, so tell me. I know that you're hey, what's with the growly going on behind me here? All right, stop it, you two. God, dogs.
Alan's
So-
feeling randy.
No, I was thinking about the 50th anniversary, and I know that you've got a new TNG book out for 2016?
No, well, let's see. Hang on. Let me think here.
Okay.
I've got the Shadow sequel. That'll be out in the spring.
Okay.
And then Kevin and I are doing one of the books that's in the trilogy for the 50th anniversary in the fall.
Legacy.
That's
So
Legacies.
it'll be me and Kevin. It's Greg Cox, Dave Mack, and then me and Kevin. It'll be June. It'll be July, August, and September. Those books will come out.
July, August, and so right before the real 50th anniversary.
Yeah, or something like that. I forget what the dates are. I don't know if it's like the end of June, end of July. I have to check the calendar. I don't know.
Cool.
But we're supposed to be the September book, so that tells me end of last week in August, last
Holy
Tuesday in
crap,
August.
dude.
So yeah, I should probably write the damn thing. Well, I mean, I'm actually supposed to. I'm supposed to start writing it tomorrow, or probably more like Monday. But because right now I'm in the middle of finishing up Mars Attacks. I'm doing a Mars Attacks novella.
No.
Oh,
Okay, tell me that's been a
nice.
ball.
I'm sorry.
Tell me that's been a ball.
It's been fun. I mean, it's
Has
a
it?
completely different take. I mean, it kind of came out of the blue. An editor that I have talked to in the past but not worked for hit me up about a month or so ago and asked me if I was interested in doing this because Topps, the company who owns the card series, is doing another Kickstarter to launch some big thing they're doing for Mars Attacks. And including that is a new card series. So they wanted to have the novella as a giveaway for the Kickstarter backers.
How fun.
So, and apparently the cover art, it's going to be a digital thing first, but the cover art that they provided is actually going to be a card in the card set. So with the back cover copy and all that crap from the story actually on the card. So bucket list item is checked off. I have my own trading card.
Holy crap, that's
And then
really
Congrats.
cool.
Next up
And
is
how many
action
times have
figure
you
and
seen
Pez
that
head and what's that?
Well,
How many times have you seen that movie?
Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
I've only seen the movie a couple times. I really don't like the movie all that much. I'm more of a fan of the card series and all the stuff that sprang up around that. The movie itself
And
didn't
speaking
do a lot
of-
for me.
and Topps, I noticed at the bookstore the other day, there's actually a Star Trek Topps book.
Yeah, they've got a series of books where they celebrate different card sets that Topps did during the 60s and the 70s and into the 80s now. And the first one they did was the Garbage Pail Kids.
Right?
Remember
Oh
that?
my
the
God.
stickers.
I
And then
was
they
in
did-
sixth grade.
And then they did a book for Mars Attacks for its 50th anniversary. And it's basically what it is it's the card set in high res photo form.
Right.
So they each page is the front and back of the card.
Right.
Because they have the art on the first side and on the back is a portion of the story. So you get the whole thing blown up like 150% or whatever. It's really high res and looks really awesome. And in the cover, the dust jacket of each book feels like that wax paper that they use for the wraps.
It does. It feels the book is
See,
actually
kids today
wrapped.
don't
Does
know
it
what
come
the
with
hell
a
it is.
stick of
It
gum
does
that cuts
everything
up your mouth?
It does everything. It's missing the gum. That's the only thing.
Exactly.
But they actually have a picture of the gum on the front of the hardcover.
It does.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Nasty pink gum is intact on the front and broken up into chunks on the back.
It's true.
Because the gum is always broken up when you open the card pack.
Yeah.
So they did that for Mars Attacks. They did one for the Star Trek Top series from the 70s, and then they're doing 3 of them for Star Wars starting next month. They're doing a Star Wars book for the 4 or 5 card sets that Star Wars had during the 70s, and then each Empire and Jedi will each get their own book. So it's pretty insane.
And the Star Trek book is beautiful. It's just the same way.
Paula and Terry actually did the text for that. Paula
You're
Block
kidding
and Terry
me. How
Irvin,
come
they
I did not know that?
I got that
Oh,
as
wow.
a Christmas gift a few years ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There were still a couple of copies of it on the shelf at the bookstore I was at, and I was
it's a
like,
great
"Where
book.
did this come
for the
from?"
money, it's a steal because you'll never get a complete card set
God damn
for
it! I
$20.
should have picked one up. Well, here's the thing: I could have picked it up. They wouldn't have sold it to me anyway. Okay.
Yeah, well, get a copy or order or whatever. It's definitely worth having. I mean, I bought those cards when I was a kid, but I never had a complete set. So for me, it's the next best thing. And I'm way too young to have been a Mars Attacks card collector because that set came and went years before I was even born.
Oh, shut up!
No, it came out in '62.
Really?
So yeah.
Ooh, I could have done
I guess that'd be just right before I was.
And I
born.
collected
Okay.
all the Star Wars cards when the first movie came out because they had like 17,000 sets of them.
Yeah.
But
I had the Star Trek cards.
yeah, the what?
The Star Trek cards.
Yeah.
And then I had the Star Trek the Motion Picture cards.
Yeah, same company.
Yeah.
So,
Very
but
cool.
anyway.
Well, I'm thank you for bringing me up to speed on it because I had no idea. I had never seen them before. I'd never seen the book before. I thought it was very, very cool.
Yeah, for like $20, it's a steal. So, and it's probably cheaper on Amazon or someplace,
No, I don't even think I want to say it might have been $19.95. I think it was $19.95. It was a nice looking book. It was well crafted. It's got the art paper.
All it's missing is the gum. Really,
seriously,
That's pretty rad.
It was really, really nice.
That shitty gum.
shitty gum.
Well, it's like Bazooka. Come on, Bazooka. Was
No,
the
it
same
wasn't.
thing.
It
It was
even
worse
as good
than
as
Bazooka.
man. It was
Did you
worse than
ever laugh ever once? Did you even get the semblance of a smile, the thought of a smile from a Bazooka Joe comic?
No.
No. No. Kind of like BC.
Oh, stop! Shut up! You are drinking.
Well, that is true. You do realize it's downhill from here, right?
Like Family Circus, maybe, but not BC.
Yeah. BC made me laugh from time to time.
Hi and Lois.
I'll tell you. I know. Well,
I can hear it in Terry's voice. He's already 3 seats to the win.
I know.
Well,
She's
one
got
and a
it.
half.
She'll be
You want
dancing on
a good
desktop
time?
in an hour.
Sometime, Dayton, we'll have to get you in TeamSpeak when she's just shit-faced playing Star Trek Online, and she's blowing up,
Oh
and she's
God!
like,
Can I please
I
come for that
love
too?
all you guys so much.
I am. I'm like
They
that.
beam down to some planet, and she's like, "Leroy Jenkins." Just hauling ass.
That's just got to be the end of the live stream, right? You just finish off the entire thing with that.
With Beth goes in, going all Leroy Jenkins. Yeah.
I was just talking about Star Trek
you
Online.
get
I was just
drunk
talking
and
about
play
Star
it
Trek
drunk.
Online the other day to an editor friend of mine, or not editor, the guy that I'm working with on this Vulcan travel guide.
What?
One of the books I'm working on is a travel guide to Vulcan. And
Interesting.
It's definitely interesting. But it's interesting in a lot of ways, and one of the challenges that they're having is finding enough photo material or art material to pad out the book.
It is really hard to find photos of.
Yeah, no kidding. Not a lot of people have pictures of Vulcan. Go figure.
I know.
I have Polaroids, but that was from the last time I was there.
But we're not talking about like huge pictures or anything. They just need like stuff to add flavor to a page, or maybe background per page, or something like that. They can show sections of a picture. And one of the things that I suggested it was you should talk to the Star Trek Online guys because they've created Vulcan like in a whole CGI environment. They might have some landscape or something that you could use as inspiration. So who knows? I don't know. I said, surely,
there's your
I know
guy.
I know they have at least one scenario that takes place on Vulcan. I just
we have a couple of times that you go back.
Yeah, but I said
social.
And
now.
they
You
have
can
the
just go there whenever.
they have the Spock.
Yeah,
they had the Spock memorial when Leonard Nimoy died. I know that, but I thought for sure. I says I know they've rendered that environment, and I mean they've got to have, even if they have concept drawings, it's more than what you have.
Yeah, I'm
Talk
not
to those
sure.
guys.
I'll have to look. We might have concept, but I know that we at least have like the arena environment and and a bunch of outdoor. I mean, it's
Yeah.
basically rocks, right?
Yeah,
Rocks.
exactly. It's
You want some
basically
rocks?
hills and rocks and stuff. I'm like, how? It's not like Vegas.
Well,
Well,
it is
actually,
like
it
Vegas.
is. It's a lot
They're
like Vegas.
they're pulling pictures
It's like
from
Albuquerque.
everywhere, all these different sources, and they're asking me, where does this go? Where does that go? And I'm like, well, that's a shitty picture. Don't use that one. And I'm even telling them, I says, ask for pictures from this episode, or ask for get high res copies of shots from that episode. There's only like 4 episodes out of everything
right.
that are set on Vulcan.
Well, no,
And I
you
said,
had a mock time. You had
you got
yesteryear.
a mock time, but that was
You had
basically
the Enterprise.
Yeah.
there's a
There were
3-parter on
3
Enterprise.
Right.
You also had the
There was
one
also
with
the one
the
where they went
marriage.
home. Well, there was the 3-parter on Enterprise, and then there was also another Enterprise episode where
T'Pol
T'Pol
goes
takes
home.
Tucker home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, you might get some good shots of those. There was a motion picture,
Yeah.
and then Star Trek 3 and 4 have some shots, but it's mostly
Yeah.
the same shots in both flicks. And then you got the JJ stuff, which is a completely different look.
Of course it is, because everything
And I'm
is a
like,
different look.
because they were like, "What about this?" I said, "Well, it's like taking pictures of Disney World and Disneyland. They're not really the same."
Well,
thing.
no, because if you think about it, Albuquerque does not look like Germany, so
No, but
it
I
could be a
mean-
different part.
Oh, come on.
But when
Come on, Nick.
they're using 2 radically different representations of what's supposed to be the capital city,
And
Yeah,
we
you recognize.
know in Star Trek that every planet is homogeneous. The entire
Yeah.
planet is represented by a single point on the
everybody
planet's
gets
surface.
their stuff at Home Depot, and it's so. I mean, it's been an interesting challenge to try to get enough artwork to make the book sing. Unlike a book like the costumes, where it's the same publisher that did the costume book. It's Inside Editions.
Cool.
So it's been fun. It's a different kind of writing for me because it's fictional, but yet it's not fiction. You know what I mean? Like I'm making up all these entries for places that don't exist and what's interesting about them, and all kind. And then I've had to we had back and forth about the humor because CBS wanted it to be kind of light in tone and somewhat humorous. And I'm like, perfect, I can do that. I can be a smartass. And but I had to dial that back in because my editor, he and I have different ideas on what's funny. And I'm like, well, I've spent almost 50 years making my sense of humor work, so I don't know what we're gonna do. But no, he's been a good guy. It's been and CBS has already approved the manuscript, so now I'm pitching in where I can with the artwork and
That's great.
the graphic designer. It's an interesting learning experience.
That's really cool.
Now, I will tell you, Dayton and I had a conversation about a month ago about expanding reading and your reading repertoire. And I am now on book 9 of a police series because I had never read one. We had a talk, was it last week on the show about that, Terry? About people just sticking with what they know
Yeah.
and not expanding their reading horizons.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you were telling me that I need to read more different stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And it only
especially if
helps
you
with
wanna be
your
a
writing,
writer.
too.
Of
Yeah,
course.
if you want to be a writer, you have to read, and you have to read outside your chosen silo.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a well-rounded
I'm-
background.
I completely agree, but I'm just trying. First, I'm trying to absorb all of the Trek that I want to read first. And sadly, every time
There's a lot.
as soon
People-
as I
wait
think
a
I'm
minute,
making
people-
progress, you guys throw more at me.
Wait a
But,
minute.
those books
People
will
read
still be
Star
there.
Trek books? What the fuck is that about?
Mike, those books will still be there after you read something else.
But
I've just started reading the Legacy series for Stargate. That's a 7-book series.
Yeah, see,
I've
I'm
spent
reading
3 years of doing Star Trek.
I'm reading the Badge of Honor series, which is like 12 books, and I've been binge reading this series, and it's kind of fun. What's fun is when you like this one character. I can't help it. I just picture Yaphet Kotto
wow.
because he's this giant, hulking black police detective, and that to me just screams Yaphet Kotto.
He's not
And
G
he's-
from Homicide?
No. but yeah, and that's what I'm picturing, which is always fun to do.
Huh. I'm sorry. Alan's got some kind of a video on his computer screen that just made me trip out for a few. Sorry. I'm back now.
God, I love Evie Vincent.
I can't wait to
No, she
to
just
speak
posted
to her.
Just
bat
use
list?
the bat list to
Yeah.
retrieve something that rolled under my bed.
She's so cool.
I love her.
Real quick, hello. We have a visitor from Club 602.
Hello, how
Hi.
you doing?
Who's
We're
that?
gonna have
Doing
some
well.
more.
Who is it?
It's Sezeb.
Hi.
Well, hello.
How you guys doing?
Welcome. How's Club 602 doing? Good?
Good. We just finished
Awesome.
recording.
Well, we got
Excellent.
Dayton. We have Dayton and Taco in the room.
Hello.
Dayton and
How much
tacos?
time do we have
All
left
right.
in the? How
Dayton
much time do we
tacos.
have left in this
We're kind of on the
donation
edge, hon.
period?
Yeah,
minus
we're
10
edging.
minutes.
Yeah, the hour is just about up.
We're edging, people.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it crazy? We're edging.
So, let me
That's nasty.
check on whether or not we've received any more donations.
Nasty if it's done right.
Good. And we can
And
make
if we-
one more announcement in fanfare.
And so far, no. But
Oh God, I'm snorting too. Sorry.
but our grand total so far, including the conversion rate of various
Bitcoins and
yes
blue gems and chickens.
Shekels and
Blow by,
the
blow by
rubles,
crystals.
drachmas.
I like the music.
our total is now $241.31.
Woo! In 4
And-
hours.
And who wins the series, the Seeker series?
And the winner of the Seekers book collection is Mark McCullough.
Yay!
Yay!
Marky! Yay!
Congratulations, Mark.
Damn, I was hoping to win those.
I like the automatic clapping and laughing. That's fantastic. I don't have to do it on my own. We're so low tech on the Club 602. We have to do it on our own.
I know. Well, you're going to have to understand, Club 602, that if you want to do it right and the lazy way, you got to do it the
You
GNT
gotta
way.
automate. You gotta automate.
You have to do it with people that don't sleep, and this is what they've been working on.
And not the least of which is all of us like macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
Totally.
Macaroni,
Yeah.
but look.
Dayton.
That's just
You
one
know
guy
who
who doesn't
Anthony
like mac
Battles
and
is,
cheese.
right, Dayton?
And
I'm
he's
sorry,
coming,
what?
by the way. You can give him the hell about mac and cheese.
Black
Also,
Magnum, Anthony Battles.
Okay.
Yes.
He calls mac and cheese poor people's food.
right. It's not that he doesn't like it. It's just poor people food. That's all he says.
No,
doesn't
he
say
won't
doesn't
eat
like
it.
He
Oh, okay.
refuses
Won't
to
eat
eat
it
it.
too. Okay.
Despite the fact that it's served at five-star restaurants in different ways.
Yes. Yeah, we know. He's troubled. I love him to death. We do the same thing for a living. I think he fell off the deep end first. He didn't pick up drinking like I did.
Oh no, he picked up drinking.
How can you be a drinker and not like mac and cheese? They kind of go
Right?
together.
What? Seriously.
They kind of go together.
Even like mac
It's like
and
weed
cheese
and
pizza.
Doritos, man.
He won't even entertain the thought of mac and cheese pizza.
Well, I could probably understand that.
Or lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah,
Or
lobster
mac and cheese with bacon.
Mac and cheese with bacon is heaven sent. That's all I
Exactly.
have to say.
You guys are making me hungry. I'm gonna go get lunch.
I know. Now I'm all
My
hungry.
kids love mac and
Except
cheese.
that
They
Hey,
can make it.
Doppelganger.
Yo.
Johnny Snowball said to give you a big, uncomfortable, long foundry hug.
Okay. That's not the first time that happened, but
Isn't
sure.
that pretty much what we do every STLV?
Basically we grope each other. I mean that's standard practice, right?
And we mock people.
And
You
mock
gonna
people.
take this to another room, maybe?
Yeah,
No.
that's where I'm going.
No,
Nick,
in
you're gonna
public.
follow me,
That's
right?
what makes it so much fun.
In the green room, on the leather couch.
On the warm leatherette.
Leather. On the Corinthian leather couch.
Wait. It's not velour? Come on. At least make it velour.
Lord.
Leatherette.
Velour
You
is
don't
harder to
know that
clean.
song?
Leatherette.
No, you got to go with Naugahyde.
Warm.
Oh, God.
Leatherette.
Terry,
How many
they
Nagas
just
died
don't
for
get
that
it.
couch?
They just don't
Black
get
lights and lava
I can't
lamps.
believe they missed the
Kid,
joke.
I made
Oh, I
it.
They
totally
don't
got that.
Inform the
understand the
men.
warm leatherette.
Many Nagas
Oh, I
died
got it,
bringing
Terry.
this
Don't you
couch.
worry, honey.
Thank
Wait,
you.
how many
Janet.
people are in here now?
I was
You know,
Up
Too many. I'm out.
Have a good one, Nick. Thank
Bye,
you for
Nick.
joining
see you.
us.
Bye,
Thank
Nick.
you. Take care.
Let's
A
go
couple-
around the room. Hi, I'm Gettysburg 7, Nick.
I'm Mike, Ceridium.
I'm Jespa, also known as Janet.
I'm
Terry
Zezib,
Lynn.
also known as Raoul.
And who was that?
I'm Zezib, also known as Raoul.
Hello.
I'm Midnight Shadow.
This is Koji.
Who?
Kojiro Vance.
Oh,
I go by Koji.
I didn't know that.
For
It's
sure.
a secret agent name, Koji.
This is Shell.
Oh my God!
Hi,
you're
Shell.
here?
Hi, honey.
Hi. I snuck in.
Wow.
Yes, you can come sit over here with me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Don't ask her where her mic has been.
That's
oh my
okay.
God,
I don't have a seat, so
roll.
you're gonna have to sit on my lap if that's okay.
Oh,
So pretty
of
much
course.
all of Club 602 is here.
Well,
Nice.
Anthony
Still a
is
couple of people that
not.
haven't introduced themselves.
Yes, please. Well,
Terry,
well, wait, what?
you didn't introduce yourself.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't. Hi, I'm Tara Lynn.
Jesus Christ.
I'm Tara Lynn. And
Jesus
Dayton's
Christ
here
is in here too?
Jesus is in here. Look above you.
Yeah. I didn't recognize you without your sandals.
Why do you think the Skittles keep falling on you?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
taste the
dating.
rainbow.
I'm dating. I'm questioning
I
my
did notice the
existence.
quality of the wine, though.
Yeah, it turns into an existential show, Dayton. I'm sorry.
Shell,
No,
would
I
you like
question
some?
my existence
Shell, would you
all
like
the
some
time. I'm just
sangria?
doing it on air right now.
I love sangria.
There you go.
I actually made some sangria the other day at my house. It was fantastic.
Nice.
We need to select a prize for this hour.
So a new prize.
Let's go with the Star Trek Catan. Let's get that bitch out of here.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Well, you have to donate.
Donate.
Now, for
Donate.
you, it doesn't have to be money.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I take pictures?
Yeah, of course.
Next summer.
Well,
Take me with
before we
you.
get all involved in Club 602,
Before we take a break and they take over.
I want to see exactly because we know what's going to happen. I do want to say thanks to Dayton for joining us
Yes.
and just hanging
Yes,
for us
thank you.
for an hour. It's been awesome, and we miss you. And good luck on everything. I don't want to say good luck.
Continued.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Continued good
Good luck is
fortune.
good. I'll take good luck.
You'll take good
And-
luck. Okay, because, sometimes actors, you say that and they all get freaked out. But, I don't know if it's the same with writers.
And you're going to be at Vegas this year, right?
That's the plan. We shall see. I mean, so far, none of the dates. It seems like all the conventions are behaving next year. They're all taking weekends where they don't compete with each other. I don't know if somebody struck a bargain or somebody dropped a horse head in somebody's bed or what. But everybody's behaving for once.
We're appreciative of it too, and hopefully we'll be able to see you there. We're all just waiting for the word from creation as to how we will be there, but we will be there. So
Well, I mean, I'm waiting to hear back on a couple of things because it looks like we'll be doing more conventions than we typically do next year for obvious reasons because of the Christmas stuff. But I might go to San Diego. I might go to New York. I haven't ruled those out yet. But it's just New York. San Diego is such a noise. It's just ridiculous. You get lost in it, And but New York is still not quite so bad. And
That's
of
what I
course,
hear.
Vegas is a different kind of party altogether. But
right, and we'll be there, and hopefully we'll be hosting a portion of that. That'd be awesome. So I'm hoping. Hopefully, we'll be hosting a portion of that. That'd be awesome. That's what.
Drinky Drinkerton's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's me. I know. Whisper. I'm sorry.
What's with the whispering? Why are you whispering? Why are we whispering?
Are we worried about waking up the neighbors or what?
There's some secrets going on.
Well, I mean, you have to be quiet because Mike is in a hotel room cooking meth or something.
The show is coming from inside the house.
That's it. That's exactly it. Well, thanks again, Dayton. You're welcome to stick with us as long as you want. You're free to leave if you wish. But thanks for joining us. And congratulations to Mark for winning Star Trek Seekers, the full series 1 through 4.
Yep, thanks for having me. I'm going to bail out. I'm going to go back to work.
Ciao. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See y'all.
you.
See ya. Take care.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello. Club 602.
Hello.
And we are live with Club 602 on the G&T show.
That's right, bitches. That's right, bitches. You don't get to eat. You don't get to speak unless you have some mac and cheese.
Then I won't be speaking because I do not eat mac and cheese. I am.
We need a moment. We need a moment real quick. We need a moment to stop our recordings and start a new one. So please bear with us.
Dad. Okay.
Oh, why are you stopping and starting? Oh, you are?
Because
Okay.
we restarted.
Music for the GNT show is provided by 5 Year Mission, Enterprise Blues Band, Warp 11, Andrew Allen, and Rathor. The GNT show is a BLB production.
Move ahead, walk back to 10. Put a mini skirt on Mayo Man. Represent the human race. And we make this a happy place. take a tour with me. There'll be no cons or Kobayashi. I'm gonna travel to the end and make new friends with aliens. To Bodigo where no man's gone before. Space heavy. I think I sang that line once before, but I'm not too sure. We'll be so happy, can't you see? A zero G.